everyone, it's Kieran with Thrifted Living. Thank you for tuning into my channel again. Fridays are starting to turn into videos where I talk with you guys a little more personally. I'm not always going to share personal videos with you guys on Fridays, but I feel like sometimes when I push through, Pip is rolling around on her back right now next to me. Sometimes when I push through and try to share content that's like fun and upbeat, especially when I'm not really feeling that way, it just doesn't work out well for me, and it just makes me upset, and it usually ends up with me having a panic attack. It seems to be like at the end of the week, I'm kind of starting to feel a little bit sad and just kind of struggling with things a little bit more. I just wanted to come on here and talk with you guys about a few things that have been really difficult recently, and I'm kind of looking for some advice as well on a few things because I kind of don't know what to do. Let me just start with the creature that's right next to me. I love Pip. I love my mom's dog. I know we're going to keep her and we're going to make it work, but it is just really difficult right now. If you don't know, my mom passed away unexpectedly recently in January, and we have her dog now. Her dog is an 11-year-old dachshund, and she has no teeth, and she is very, very possessive of me. And I have a dog. We have Finn. He has been our dog for like 7 years or something like that, maybe 8. And he is also around 11 years old. And he's super sweet, super patient. But Pip has been very like territorial of me. And we had a few good weeks without her lunging at him and without her snapping at him. Then last night she got really angry at him and like lunged at him, tried to attack him. It was so hard for me to get her away from him. Again, she has no teeth. She can't bite him, but he doesn't know that, and he's terrified of her. He runs from her. He tries to get away. And like, I'm so proud of him for not reacting to her, like, and not trying to hurt her. But like, I had just literally earlier on in the evening, I had just said to myself, oh, like, we've had a couple good weeks and nothing has happened. And then he was barking, and I think she didn't like it because he was getting close to me, and that's when she lunged at him. So that was like really frustrating. I just was like, it's so hard because it's so complicated. It's like you're frustrated about what happened, but then you're also reminded of why you have the dog. And so it's like sad anger, and like you feel bad for being angry because I know that Pip has been through a lot too. And so I'm just trying to like navigate this like in between with her. She's crawling up on me right now. If you haven't seen, this is Pip. This is my mom's dog. She's a cute little puppy. So that's like one thing with her. I don't want to just complain about her because she is very sweet and she has given me like a lot of emotional support since everything has happened, but we're just still struggling. And also, so the sleeping situation is still kind of rough with her. We recently changed our sleeping situation. We have her in the kitchen with 2 baby gates because we have like a door to the dining room and then a door to the living room. So we have 2 baby gates there. We have her bed, her blanket, her little stuffed dog that she sleeps with. And we just go upstairs with Finn because he's always slept in our bed, and we close the door, turn the fan on, because if she barks, it makes it so we can't hear it. She's usually good until about 4:30 in the morning, and then she cries, and it's so sad. Like, I cannot just let her cry when she's crying like that because it's different than like a playful bark or an angry bark. It's like I am lonely, I'm afraid that I've been abandoned, and I just can't let her bark like that. So I go downstairs and I, cuddle up with her on the couch, and, usually we sleep for a couple more hours, or at least like an hour after that. But I'm finding that like we've only slept in our bed. I think this was the 5th time we slept in our bed last night. I think it was the 5th time since my mom passed that we've slept in our bed. Normally we just sleep on the couch with the dogs, and she'll cuddle right up next to me. And then Finn sleeps, like, we have a sectional. He sleeps in the corner. We call it the cozy spot. And Sean will sleep on the one side of the sectional. I'll sleep on the other side. I guess what I'm saying is I've been finding that like I've been more tired because she'll sleep through the night if we're sleeping on the couch, but then otherwise like we're having a hard time with it. So I guess, so that's another thing. And the last thing about her is she is struggling with using the bathroom. She's learning to use it outside. She's like 75% like puppy pad trained. She's just having a lot of accidents, and like, one, you know, the smell isn't fun. We've been really working on like cleaning everything up as fast as we can, bathing her super often, trying to keep everything clean. But like when I walk into the house, I just smell it, and I'm like, I don't know where it's coming from, you know. And she, like I said, like 75-80% puppy pad trained. I don't know if she's like regressing in her pad training skills, I guess. It's hard because we're constantly cleaning up after her, and we're constantly, you know, accidentally stepping into stuff because we don't see it, you know, as we're just like walking around the house, and that's frustrating. She's not really aware of anything, where anything is, so like she'll accidentally run through everything, and then she has to get a bath. But then it just makes a mess over the rest of the house. So I guess I'm looking for advice. Like, the first thing I'm looking for advice for are, you know, some suggestions with Pip. What would you guys do about the sleeping situation? What would you guys do about the behaviors? And also, what would you guys do about the bathroom stuff going on with her? I love her. Like, don't get me wrong. I love her so much. And like I think I said before a few nights ago, we were going to try to sleep upstairs, but I just wanted to sleep with her. I just wanted to feel her warmth. I wanted her to lay on me. I just wanted to cuddle with her. And so I slept downstairs because that's just what I wanted to do. It's like we bonded over everything that happened. And now, like, emotionally, I feel like I need her, and I feel like she needs me. But behaviorally and everything else, like, we're just struggling. So if you have any suggestions on that, please let me know. And the other thing, I guess I sort of have some, you know, I'd like some suggestions on, and just some thoughts from you guys. It's about cleaning out my mom's house. And I shared in the last video, I was very, very upset on my last Friday video about how I'm having a really hard time knowing what is garbage, what can be donated, and what should be kept. And if you've been following my channel for a while, you guys know I have OCD and bipolar disorder and possibly schizoaffective disorder. So I'm struggling with some mental health issues, but I'm taking several medications, and, you know, I've gone through therapy, and I feel very stable. But I can tell through all of this that my mental health and like my ability to rationalize things when it comes to cleaning and decluttering it's really, you know, I'm having a really hard time with it right now. So, you know, I'm like going to my mom's house and trying to take out everything possible, like even like blank envelopes and, you know, like just like, you know, rolls of tape, things like that, because I'm like, oh, this was my mom's, she wanted to use it, now I need to use it so that it gets used because she wanted to use it. And I just keep getting stuck in this process. Like, my car was packed full, and our garage is full right now. All of our rooms are full. Recently, I've almost had the table cleared off, so that's really good. But the table's been, you know, piled high with stuff, and I don't know what to do about these things, because it literally feels like everything is a treasure. And, you know, I get over to my mom's, and then I'm just so overwhelmed. I either just sit in my car and cry, or I, you know, take everything I can out of the house. But then I'm like, there's so much more to come out, you know, and I just can't, I don't know, I can't function. And it's hard because, like, I feel like maybe having somebody come with me might be helpful. But then do you know when, like, you feel that you already have your mind made up about something, and Pip's gonna jump down. And you're like, but then, like, you're okay, maybe I'll be receptive to somebody else's thoughts, but then you are like, no, I'm gonna keep you know, I'm gonna do whatever I think I should do anyway. That's kind of how I feel like where I'm at right now. Not that I wouldn't be receptive to other people's ideas, but I'm at this point right now where I can't think about, you know, doing anything in any other way. I'm just afraid that I'm going to accidentally leave something behind that's like the most important thing. And so I'm, you know, looking through everything so precisely, and I don't know. And then there are things like pictures of my sisters and I when we did cheerleading or when we did pageants or, you know, all of these things. Like we have a box of trophies from when we did pageants and another suitcase full of crowns and all of this stuff. And I'm like, they were important to us at one point, but I don't know. I don't know what to do with all of these pieces that are, I don't know. I know I could donate things, but like what happens if I accidentally donate a backpack that has a piece of paper in it that's important? And I don't know. I guess I could just use some guidance and some advice if you guys have any on how to get through those times when I'm like, there have been times when I've literally kept the tiniest piece of paper, or like I kept like a straw wrapper because I thought somehow it might be important someday. And I know that's the OCD that I'm struggling with, but it's down to those tiny little things. That's kind of where I'm at, like going to the basic, smallest things that you could think of, and I can't get rid of them. Something that's been really helpful, my mom loved books and she loved reading books herself, but she also loved children's books. And so at her house, she has this whole collection of children's books for my niece and nephew, and ones from when we were kids. I've been really struggling with, you know, I've taken them, I think I've taken almost all of them out of the house. I've been like, okay, which ones do I keep? You know, which ones would my mom want me to keep? Two things that have been really helpful are I got that lending library from Amazon, and I absolutely love it. I'll insert a picture of it here. It's sitting in our front yard. It's being used by the neighborhood. I've secretly seen people taking books and giving books, and it's just going wonderful. So that's been great because I'm able to give the books to, you know, put books in there. And another great thing has been in my school, one of my colleagues, who's absolutely amazing, she got a bookshelf, and it's a shelf now for books that are free, just to have kids be able to take books, and if they wanted to drop off a book, they could. I've been bringing my mom's books there, and I've then been showing my students, hey, you know, there are free books here. Why don't you pick a couple books? And that's been really, really helpful, and it's been really rewarding, and I just feel really honored to be able to do that for them. And then today, like, it makes me want to cry. Like, it was so sweet. So I've been going to this little book library. I don't have any pictures of it, otherwise I would show you guys. Just this little shelf. And, you know, I've been at this little library every single day for like the past week or so because I'm just really enjoying bringing books and organizing them and everything. So I went there today and I just sat there and was organizing some of them. And my colleague who created it, she, you know, she came over and I told her about how, like, I just feel really connected to my mom when I'm doing this. So like I like taking time to do it. And she actually suggested that we name it Llama's Library, which is very sweet. Which, if you guys have followed my channel or if you saw the picture of the book library outside, it's called Llama's Library because that's what we called my mom. My niece and nephew called my mom Llama. So she said, you know, why don't we name it Llama's Library, which would be so nice. So I'm gonna make maybe with my Cricut or maybe just Dollar Tree stickers, I'm gonna write Llama's Library. And then if she's okay with it, I have some llama decals from Dollar Tree. So that's right in the school and all the kids can see it. That was like a really big honor and just so sweet. So thank you so much to my colleague for saying that and for letting me do that. I know my mom would love it. I guess like what's hard about it is like, I know I'm off topic, but I wish I had done this when my mom was alive because she would have loved it. She would have had so much fun with this. And so like I regret that I wasn't able to do that before. I know she's happy seeing it now. I know all of my videos on Fridays can't be me crying, but something that you guys told me in the last video when I was upset last week was just to not be hard on myself. So if you guys have any suggestions, any advice on those topics, you know, feel free to let me know in the comments. I'm so grateful for everything that you guys share with me and all of the support you give. It's so helpful. I feel like whenever I hear other people's perspectives on things, it's really, really helpful. I know I said bringing somebody with me to the house might be hard because it's like then I'm actually with the stuff, but I feel like if you guys have any suggestions, I could sort of preset myself for the next time I go, which I'm hoping to soon, just so I have like some, you know, strategies or just some like supportive words or thoughts that might help me do that. And then also with this one, we're keeping her. It's not an option for us to not keep her. I'm just trying to figure out the best way for her to have her best life and us to have our best life and Finley to have his best life, because we're just struggling a little bit right now. So yeah, thank you guys for listening and for always being supportive and so kind. I just feel really lucky to have you guys. So if you guys have any suggestions, I would be very grateful for them if you leave them in the comments, because we're just struggling with a couple things right now. So thank you guys for watching, and I will see you soon in my next video.